we're gonna give you a Man Ground update this week, but before we do, I've got some breaking news. I need to interrupt you and show you what we've got going on. It's Valentine's Day coming up, and our marketing guy Nathan spent some time and spent too much of my money getting a printer so we can produce our own gift cards in-house for your custom occasion. Valentine's Day is this time, maybe Mother's Day and Father's Day is after that. You want to give them a custom gift card that says Happy Mother's Day or Happy Father's Day or Happy Valentine's Day? We're going to have those for you in store to do. But if you own a business, a realtor specifically maybe, or you want to give some incentives for your employees, we can print your logo on a custom gift card. So somebody buy a house from you and you want to give them a little appreciation, we can get you these gift cards with your information on it, so that way you can give them that custom thank you gift and they get to enjoy the best food in the neighborhood.
Wow, the place is looking good. Avery, I'll tell you what though, man, I've always wondered, why a coffee shop?
Well, I would always, every day on the way to work, I stop and get coffee. And I figured why not be the first place people can go to start their day with a bright smile and the hospitality that, we have built a team around providing. So it felt fitting, honestly. And the space initially, we planned on leasing it out to another company, but they got into the bidding process and seeing how much construction would be, and they ended up dropping out. So I didn't really want to go through that whole progress again because, they got to get permits and they got to get plans drawn, and it's just a really long, expensive process. And didn't want to wait that long again as a landlord to try and get some income off the property. So I was like, you know what? This could be fun. Let's dive down it. And here we are a year and 4 months later since idea. Kyle.
When you were going through that process and you were thinking about renting the place out to other people, did something about that feel like that's my house?
It was scary. Yeah, it definitely did. It was definitely felt like, oh my gosh, this is our space. And it felt like letting somebody else into your home. You know what I mean? It didn't feel right. But also the people that we were talking to, they were definitely the right people and they would have taken great care of it. But it definitely felt weird, that's for sure.
I feel like we've got a really great opportunity to be a great place for people to start their day. The first person I see is the coffee person. They set the tone for my entire day.
Yeah, absolutely. So, there's something special about starting your day with the right person and setting that tone for how your day is going to get started. Like I said, I go to a coffee shop every day, and nothing I love more than when they write some little message on the top of my cup or a little sticker for Halloween or something. It kind of sets the tone for what the day is going to be about.
One of the things I'm really excited about is for the community to get to know Mallory.
Mallory is literally the poster child for what we want to be as a company. Like you said, we say that there's opportunity in our business that people oftentimes don't realize, but Mallory's been that exemplary, of there's opportunity here, and we're growing as a company. And whether it be in Little Italy's ecosphere or the food truck or catering venture, but now there are new opportunities that are going to happen over the course of the next several years that our team can take on new challenges and new lessons, and I'm super proud of her.
Well, that sounds great. The place is looking fresh. What's new?
Oh man, we've had a lot go on this week. I think we showed it the last video. Steve, the electrician, was working on this thing, but this fixture here is a little bit wobbly and it's crooked. And so this thing is heavy as crap, but he thinks he probably is gonna have to order another fixture because the head of it's broken or something along that line. And then they're abnormally large, strangely large. We're gonna just trust the designers that, they picked the right things and they had intent as to why these things are as large as they are. I kind of pulled some elevations and noticed that the countertop comes out, I think it's 20 inches or 24. It's out pretty far. It's you'd be sitting out here and it doesn't seem so large and weird, but imagining if the countertop came, flush with the wall or something and you're sitting really close to it, it's really weird. So we're gonna assess that as we get open. We talked about potentially just swapping these for those. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
We got some flooring.
We got flooring installed, so that happened over this week. We're hoping to get some tile in back behind the coffee bar here tomorrow and into the next day. Cabinets are supposed to be setting in place on Wednesday. Countertops backing that up. Got equipment delivery scheduled for next week. Wall tile is supposed to be going up the end of this week / beginning of next week. We came up with some issues though. They were also, Steve at MG Abbott, shout out to them, they're in Canal Winchester, they do great work. He found out that there was an issue with this duct. So this HVAC duct was actually installed wrong. It's like 4 inches offset from where it's supposed to be. And so he's unable to run his light track all the way down. It's supposed to come over into like here. And those lights kind of turn around and shine this way or shine that way or shine down. And so we're gonna have to do a little rigging, and it's gonna like have a 90 bend in it. It's gonna like zigzag up on the ceiling and come down this way. But we'll see, because the other alternate was to move the vent, but then we are just too far along. It would delay my flooring from going in, and we'd have to patch the ceiling and repaint the whole ceiling and just...
a labor of love.
That's it. Also, in the back, they got lights up back there. We found out that the restroom, we planned on leaving that restroom tile the way that it is, but we're just gonna throw this flooring up over top of it because it's pretty new. That floor tile is in there, but it's cracked in a lot of spots. Back here, we got lights in. Kevin's been working on all of the staining for the trim. So it looks like that's stained and sealed and ready to get hung. Hoping to have that done by Thursday. And then tile will go in back here. Yeah, a lot of things. A lot of things you don't think about. A lot of things that, you know, this project, I kind of was my own general contractor. So like lining up different trades and creating the timeline and schedule. And it's been kind of a pain, you know, when one thing goes wrong. We had some weather delays last week. Kind of trying to figure out how are we gonna make the time back up, because a lot of these trades, like they've got 4, 5, 6, 9 week lead times where they've got other jobs lined up. So if we go moving it, well, it's 6 weeks from now or it's 9 weeks from now. So it's hard because that's already past our scheduled opening days. So now we start talking about, you know, how do we get more time in here and working longer shifts or working overnight or, you know, whatever the case may be, got to stick to schedule. I think back often on our customers and their time that they've spent inside of Little Italy. Josh Short just sent me a photo just a week ago or so, and it was a picture of him as a kid in Little Italy eating at one of the booths, and you could see the color walls that they used to be in the booth, and man, it just brings back so many memories. And I know each and every one of you have so many core memories from your hometown pizza place. Like Little Italy was the hometown pizza place, and there's something to be said about the memories that are created in a space like that. And we're so super excited to give it a new life, to give it a new fresh home. I think Main Ground Coffee is gonna be one of those places to brew connections and craft long-lasting stories here in our space, because that's the legacy that was started here, and that's the legacy that will finish here, is people coming together over food or coffee or whatever it may be, creating those lasting memories. Well, that's been your Main Ground update for this week. There's been a lot of updates since we've last shown you, but in just a few weeks, I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised, because there are going to be a ton of new things going in here in just the next few weeks. Until then, this has been The Slice of Life. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.